Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
So, Titoclock, we're live and we have got the biggest show for you. I'm talking massive. Who here came for the raffle of the brand new car? Oh, hands up. I want to see a show of hands. Who came here for the raffle of the brand new car? First time ever that we are doing this, raffling off a brand new car. And it's April Fool's. Sorry. I hate that. Come on. Sorry about that. I couldn't resist. Come on. I just wanted somebody. Sorry about that, folks, if you came here for the raffle. But let's keep it between us and let's keep reminding the people who joined in, that it was an April Fool's Day. So sorry about that. And we'll break the news to them a little bit later on. So we've got a big show for you lined up because we do have actually a legitimate raffle, like a serious one, not just a fake one, right? So we've got the real raffle coming up. We're giving away dash cams. Now that's pretty good, right? Okay, you may not get the car, but you get the dash cam for the car. And that's pretty awesome stuff. And that's coming from our friends from Hella, because we are also going to be introducing a new product from Hella. They've got these all new LED lights. I don't want to say too much more because I want to give the thunder or take away the thunder from our representative from Hella, who will be joining us here. This is the actual dash cam that we are raffling away. There's going to be 3 of these given out, and you could be one of them. You should be one. You got to go to somebody. May as well go to you, right? So I'm going to put this over here for now because that's going to be raffled out later on. We've also got our Free Plug Friday, which also has a bunch of raffles in there. Some really cool stuff as well that helps the community. But as always, we like to kick things off by being on the same page and finding out what's happening in the world. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us, Chris?
Hey. Hello, Tita James. Happy rainy April Fool's Friday, my fellow Titoclockers. Let's not get caught on those fake news today. This is Chris, and here is your Titoclock news. The Interagency Task Force, or IATF, on Thursday, March 31, 2022, approved the April 1 to 15, 2022 Alert Level Classification of Provinces, Highly Urbanized Cities, or HUCs, and Independent Component Cities, or ICCs. Under Alert Level 1R, the entire National Capital Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, Abra, Apayao, Kalinga, and Baguio City, Region 1, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Pangasinan, and Dagupan City, Ifugaos, Lagawe, and Lamut, Mountain Provinces of Besao, Bontoc, and Sagada, and provinces, HUCs, and ICCs from Regions 2 to 13. Meanwhile, other provinces, HUCs, ICCs, component cities, and municipalities shall be placed under Alert Level 2, including Cordilleras Benguet, Mountain Province and Ifugao, Region 2 Nueva Vizcaya, Region 4A Quezon, Region 4B Occidental Mindoro and Palawan, Region 5 Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Sorsogon, and Masbate, Region 6 Antique, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental, Region 7 Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, Region 8 Leyte, Southern Leyte, Northern Samar, Eastern Samar, and Western Samar, Region 9 Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga Sibugay, and City of Isabela, and others. 3 more phreatomagmatic bursts were recorded in Taal volcano in the past 24 hours, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, said today. A total of 13 volcanic earthquakes, including 3 volcanic tremors that lasted 2 to 3 minutes, were also recorded. On Thursday, the volcano emitted 7,856 tons of sulfur dioxide. The plume coming from Taal volcano rose up to 2,000 meters in voluminous emission before drifting southwest. PHIVOLCS warned of possible hazards, including sudden explosive eruptions, pyroclastic density currents or base surge, volcanic tsunami, ashfall, and accumulation of lethal volcanic gas. As of Thursday, the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, or NDRRMC, said a total of 7,237 people, or 2,047 families, were affected by the activity of Taal volcano. On Tuesday, FIVOC's Chief Undersecretary Renato Solidum Jr. said Taal volcano may be downgraded to Alert Level 2, signifying increasing unrest within the next 2 weeks if the situation improves. Taraweeh prayers, which Muslims perform every night during the holy month of Ramadan, are returning to Istanbul's Hagia Sophia Mosque for the first time in 88 years, the country's top religious body announced on Thursday. The prayers will take place at Hagia Sophia on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays during the holy month of Ramadan, beginning this week, according to Ali Arbas, head of Janet, the public body responsible for overseeing religious worship. The iconic building used as a museum was turned into a mosque in 2020. The coronavirus pandemic prevented the prayers from taking place there until now. The edifice was first built as a Christian cathedral between 532 and 537 AD under Emperor Justinian I. After the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, now Istanbul, in 1453, it was converted into a mosque before being opened as a museum in 1935. It was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1985. In June 2020, Turkish authorities converted Hagia Sophia back into a mosque. The Philippines women footballers are malditas no more. Going for simplicity and nationalism, the Philippine Football Federation, or PFF, rechristened the national women's team Filipinas. Filipinas is simple and nationalistic, said national team manager Jefferson Cheng. Our athletes are Filipinas. They are strong-willed, determined, passionate, and driven by the goal to represent not just themselves but the country. Malditas may have been popular among the fans, but there's little to complain about the name change. Cheng added that all relevant parties recognized that Malditas was no longer appropriate for the country's World Cup debut. The Filipinas, who rose to their highest ranking of number 54 last Friday after their milestone semifinal finish in the Asian Football Confederation Asian Cup in India, arrived in Australia on Wednesday to link up with coach Alan Stajcic and his staff for the FIFA window slated in the first week of April. Those were the latest in headlines. Get your Zens up, people. We're heading over to Kamote Corner. All right.
The drama of it all. It gets me in the mood. That whole bum, bum, bum.
Oh, yes.
So, Chris, are you joining the raffle too? Or are you in
I'd
on the
love
April Fool's thing?
I'd love to join the raffle.
I feel so bad for. I mean, like, 'cause, people are, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's April Fools, all right. I did say,
Right?
but of course, people coming in all the time. So, yeah, it's an April Fool's thing. But I'm telling you this: we may be
Mhm.
April Fooling you on the car, but we ain't April Fooling you on the dash cams and all the other really
Yes.
prizes that we've got as well. So there are some really nice stuff that we're giving away as well. So I just wanted to say that to the newcomers that are here going, I want to win the car. April Fool.
April Fool's, guys.
What you got for me?
Okay, first up, again, this is not for the faint of heart. The first one is called Bugbog o Dignidad.
That brought back memories. Oh.
Ayan.
Oh my God.
Just
Wow.
horrible,
All right.
horrible people.
Okay, I know. Breaking out like, oh. Can I
Mhm.
see again? So what led up to it? So they pushed and some guy stomps that security guard. Wow.
Yeah.
For a little while, did anything else happen?
I don't think so. But
Yeah,
unbelievable.
You don't kick. Oh man, that's really bad. If that's road rage, that's really, really bad. Yeah, kicking somebody also when they're down like that. This guy looks like insane. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Two against one, or all of them
That's
against one.
awful. I really have no patience for these kinds of things. It's zero tolerance because
Same.
people lose their minds on the roads. They really do. There's a phenomenon behind road rage, and it's born of the same principles that keyboard warriors have, because you have anonymity, or you
Mhm.
think you have anonymity, but that it brews
No.
up your own car, and you're not actually face to face with the person, so you get more tapping and stuff like that. And then you come out and you really lose, you see red and stuff like that. The reason I have zero tolerance is, this could be, it's so random with road rage, and because it's so senseless when people lose their stuff, lose their minds. This
Mhm.
could be your dad, this could be your mom, your brother,
Yeah,
like that. It could
true.
touch anyone. So that's why we really have to have zero tolerance when it comes to stuff like this.
Indeed.
My God, there was even I remember a law that was proposed. It never got passed, but it was proposed to the double the penalty if it was a road rage incident. So if you assaulted somebody, it's, let's say, I don't know what the thing is, right? Let's just say it was 5 years,
Mhm.
and 10,000 pesos. It would be 10 years and 20,000 pesos if it came from road rage,
Oh
because
wow.
because people don't think, they really, honestly, these are normally good people with law abiding
Mhm.
and all that, and then they
Yeah.
get into a situation,
Mhm.
they feel that they're somehow cocooned in their own little encasing of this metal and car, and they don't and then they come out and they just do
Okay.
things so uncharacteristic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I'm sorry, I
Uh,
just that. Anyway, give me something better.
People have got to learn how to breathe deep. Breathe first
Yeah.
before
Yes,
or
that
get
actually is
angry.
good advice. That's good advice. Every time before you move on to the next, I always tell people the same thing. When it comes to road rage, just always remember, in any circumstance, it ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it.
Yes.
Okay. So once you have that in your head, that there's no situation where it's going to be worth it, or the outcome is
Mhm.
better when you get out and start screaming. So
True.
what you do is you pause when you feel that anger, and you
Mhm.
take at least 3 deep breaths, even just three,
Yeah.
to be able
Yes.
to engage your mind and bring you back to a baseline of
Mhm.
normalcy. Once that
Yeah.
happens, ask yourself this. Just ask yourself this question: will this matter
Mhm.
in an hour's time?
Mhm.
Ask yourself that, because you're on the side of the road. Who cut who off? You won't even probably mention that later on at dinner. But if you
True.
react to it, now that's
Mhm.
different. Now that can affect you for the rest of your life, or in the worst case, end your life. There, that's it. That's my last lecture for the day. So please, deep breaths.
We're just in the first one, Tito James. Huh?
I know, right? Let's move
Let's see
on.
the next one. Anyway, deep breaths, guys. Let the oxygen flow and whatnot. Next is called kamote counterflow.
Okay.
And you see that
Anak
light,
ng
that bright
kamote talaga
light.
to. EDSA pa
Uh-huh.
yan, ha? EDSA
Mm-hmm.
yan? Oh my
Yes.
God. Kamote talaga.
Ano ba, kuya?
Ano ba talaga, kuya?
Why?
Either
No.
lasing or shortcut, either way, wala. No excuse. Ano
Mm-hmm.
lang, kamote talaga.
And it says it's 1 a.m. on the camera. Siguro feeling nila walang manghuhuli. Pero still,
Oo.
everything is recorded nowadays. Even
Exactly.
this live stream is recorded.
Yes, and this is why I have an advocacy, and I started this advocacy I think in 2016, for dash cams, because I really do believe that putting these in every single car, if these were mandatory in every
Mm-hmm.
single car around the country, and you just knew that, right?
Yeah.
You would drive different behavior. It
Yeah.
just automatically, people
Mm-hmm.
understand, if they know they're being watched, people behave differently. Now I'm
True.
all for privacy and stuff like that, but a car can only be in a public place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, you're not losing any privacy, because these cars are going into, like, in a public space. If you're behaving badly on the road, that's a public
Yeah.
space. Sorry, you don't have a right to privacy in public places like that. So
Yeah.
just behave accordingly. And sana, if every car had a dash cam, people would think twice before they did something stupid like this. Here now, kasi 50-50 yan eh. Maybe
Yeah.
even less. But they think, oh, baka doesn't maybe have some memories. But if it was mandated, different story.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
Yeah.
good one. keep going on and on and on.
In the near future, hopefully, pag lahat may budget, lahat may dashcam. Oh,
Oh, well, kahit walang budget, meron
kahit
tayong
walang
ganito.
budget, may raffle naman.
There
So
you
next
go.
time, Tito James, you have to raffle off maybe like 50 of those. Wow.
We're doing 3. That's a great start. 3 is
Three.
an awesome start. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Sana all. Hope everyone wins. Paano? Okay. Next up, we have exempted yarn. Maraming matitriggered dito, Tito.
Oh no, political kwan.
Oh, no. No.
Oh man. Who? Out of curiosity, who's? Huh? Yeah, we don't want to get political here, but
Mhm.
we didn't start it.
Whatever
Wag naman.
color you are, guys, you're not
Come on.
exempt.
Whatever color na lang, yeah. Wag naman sana. That's just
Nagkataon lang kasi na it's this color.
yeah. If you can't follow even the most basic rules, how? Never mind. I don't want to
True.
comment. Move on. I've
Move
used up
on. It's not the politician's fault. It's the whoever's
I
driving.
don't want to go there. I just want
Yeah. Okay. Up next, we have When You See It.
Oi, feeling closer. Look at this.
Feeling
my God.
close.
I wonder if man,
There's
I
also a caption there. It's not being seen, but it says kakatetris mo yan.
kakatetris.
Kakatetris mo. There it goes.
This I gotta repost. This one. All right,
nako.
that's fine. I'm just curious. Not that it makes it right, but I wonder if there were other cars there, and this was the only place that person could fit in. Still wasn't
Okay.
Still but-
Still. No. Yeah.
no. Pati mga 3-year-olds, they know how to go color between the lines. Eh. So,
Oh,
wala
yes.
ba? Just follow
Mhm.
between the lines. It's simple. Ay, nako.
Diba?
All right. Next.
All right. Last but not the least, Tito James. Team what? Ayan.
Oh my God. This one has an identity crisis. Oh my God, talagang identity
So
crisis.
confusing.
Team Toyota, Mitsubishi. Oh my God. Mhm.
Damot.
Okay, yeah.
Wala.
To each his own, you know. All right.
Baka
then.
yun yung April Fools niya, Tito. Diba?
Oo.
Happy April Fools.
There you go. Speaking of April Fools, if you've just joined us and you're here for the car raffle, April
Mhm.
Fools. We've already said this to those kanina, but I know we're getting new people all the time. So, but stick
Yeah.
around because there is still some really cool raffle prizes. We got
There
3 dash
is no
cams.
car, but there
Whole
is a
bunch of-
dash cam for cars.
Exactly. So there you
Yeah.
go, Chris.
There we go, Tito James. That's all we have. And of course, once again, we made it! And enjoy the weekend, guys. Advance congratulations to our raffle winners. Avoid kamote, people, but always choose happiness with some Sugar Rush. Follow me on my social medias. And of course, follow Sugar Rush Entertainment PH on Facebook and Instagram. Remember to stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. This is Chris. See you guys. Bye, Tito James. Bye, everyone. Mwah!
Bye. And that was Chris with the latest in headlines, as always, with a bright and cheery voice that makes even bad news sound good. And if you want to turn your bad news into good news and you want to use Chris for that, well, just pop her a message. There's all her IG stuff over there. You can slide into her DMs in a professional way. Come on. And then you can also, she does children's parties as well, online hosting. And so there you go. We like to spread things around in the community because we believe this is how we kickstart the local economy, is by starting from your own little community and working outwards. This way, we circulate the money and the opportunities within our own smaller groups, and we create a ripple effect, which later creates a wider and bigger economy. And one of the best examples, if not the best example of that, is what we call Free Plug Friday, which is a little community-driven effort where we invite people who don't have the budget or are just starting, pivoting into something new, and they don't have a budget for advertising. We'd like to help ease that burden by just basically giving you some free advertising over here and sharing what you have to offer with our local community. And we call this Free Plug Friday. So if you see anything that you like over here within the Free Plug Friday, pop them a message. Do go out of your way, because it really does help, not just by kickstarting the local economy, but also by giving people that confidence that they need. There's nothing greater than being able to do what you love and people supporting that as well. So for that, we need X. X, what you got in the box there, X?
Hi, DJ James. We actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, feast your eyes, feast your eyes to the screen, guys. Let's start Free Plug Friday by getting some sweet treats from Marie's Cafe. So, Tita James, Marie's Cafe is an online business that just started almost a month ago. This is because baking has literally become a therapy for the owner. So they sent over some of their best-selling favorites, just the always almonds in white chocolate and always almonds in dark chocolate, as well as their pork fairy floss. How did you find it, Tita James?
I always find that intriguing, the pork fairy floss donuts. And
right.
So it's an acquired taste, I think, if you never tried it. But if you like that kind of stuff, this was good. This was interesting.
Actually,
good. You don't eat it.
I don't eat, but they do have chicken fairy floss, but they weren't able to send over. But it does remind me, Red Dog has
That's the one.
a floss. Yeah, so that's exactly like
That's
it. Did
okay.
it
We
taste
can say
exactly
that.
like it?
Yeah, it did. So that's why.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's just not normally, I mean, if you're not used to that, you don't normally see pork on your donut.
But this one is an
it's
exception.
good because it's floss and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I enjoyed it.
That's good, James. For me, since I can't eat the floss, I actually found the donut to be soft and chewy in a good way, right?
Because I was trying to keep away from the chocolate that day, because I was trying to keep the weight down a bit.
I thought it was because of me, because you wanted me to have the chocolate instead. But guys, price starts at 28 pesos per piece, and price starts at 165 pesos for a box of 6. Hope you can also check out their other flavors. Again, Marie's Cafe on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to We O Daily. So We O Daily stands for We Eat Organic, which is a company that offers local and international brands of high quality while making sure to support healthy living at the same time. So they sent over their minor figured oat milk and organic milk, which are dairy-free, has no sugar, and suitable even for vegans, and all the more for your coffee. So Tita James, exactly, the oat milk is actually perfect for those who want milk on their coffee without the sugar, while the organic oat milk contains just the right level of sweetness. Guys, price is actually 349 pesos, but it's actually buy one, take one if you go to Co-op Fresh.com. Pretty cool, right?
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. So hope you can check out, again, WeO Daily on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Nara Kitchen. So Nara Kitchen hails from Makati and offers home-cooked food that started all because they used their ayuda from the government as their starting capital. Tita James, how cool is that? So they offer garlic parmesan wings and lumpiang Shanghai. How did you find it?
I loved it. These ones, remember, I thought it was fun. I didn't know that they were, when I just thought you ordered them from some restaurant.
Yes.
They were really good. And they kept their crunch even.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the
even
breading
was spot on.
It's spot on. And the breading was crispy. It tastes really good. And of course, how did you find it Shanghai? Because I don't eat pork Shanghai.
Yes, the lumpiang Shanghai was also very good, but it was the wings that left a particular impression on.
Yes, same. So guys, they offer other dishes as well that hopefully could also leave an impression with you. Again, Nara Kitchen on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Fatitude. So Fatitude is actually a restaurant in Bagpican Street, Makati, that not only offers food but live band performances as well.
They're back!
They're back! Yeah! Live bands. They actually wanted you to come over and check out one of the bands that are one of the known bands in the Philippines. But
Pajam naman, pajam.
Oh, pajam. So anyway, Tita J, since we couldn't come over to check them out, they sent over a big box, which contains beef chimichanga, beef quesadilla, and 12 pieces of their beer barbecue chicken wings, as well as those chicken quesadillas and chicken chimichanga. How did you find their food, Tita James?
What was the one that had it was like a paella rice inside?
You won't believe it, but it's actually the chicken chimichanga.
Is that what it was?
I know, I tried it too, and you were actually right. When I bit into it, it was like
Yeah.
This is like a paella.
Yeah, it's good.
It has
It's
a
good.
tomato base to it.
It was like
right?
a Java, but not. It didn't taste like Java. It
Java with something
looked a
else.
little like a Java rice or paella. I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably the closest thing.
Exactly.
But I really enjoyed that. Also had the barbecue chicken wings as
Oh,
well.
how was it?
Yeah. Well, they were very good, and it was felt
And the
like
chicken quesadilla was really cheesy, don't you?
yes, it was
think?
cheesy. Yeah, cheesy in a good way, not in a
Cheesy.
lovey-dovey way.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Fatitude on Facebook and Instagram, or you can visit them at their store in Bagtikan Street, Makati. Next, we go to Asha Manila. So, Tito James, Asha Manila is an online gadget business that started back in 2019. And the name Asha is actually an Indian name, which means hope, which is something we all need because of the ongoing pandemic. So, anyway, they offer items such as their J Cube, which is a MacBook Pro stand with an 8 USB
I love
hub.
this.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Problem
so
solved.
problem
I
solved.
was really, I love the Macs. I'm pretty much into the whole ecosystem.
Same,
but my
same.
God, they kuripot with their ports.
I know.
Ano ba yan
My
naman?
goodness.
Steve Jobs would never let this happen. But still holding on, yeah.
Oh.
But this is great because it offers even finally HDMI,
HDMI LAN cable.
LAN cable,
USB-A.
and it seems like it also gives it that angle,
Exactly, so that- your arms aren't like
Yes,
straight,
stressed.
so that they're not stressed.
Exactly. So I mean, it comes with a USB-C extra port, a USB. So there's two. There's USB-A's too, which somehow we
Exactly.
still have a need
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
for that. And you've got the LAN cable, which is also good if
Very
you want
much.
to
Directly.
conversation,
Yeah.
It does help with the stability, and then the HDMI. That's really big.
Exactly. So guys, the phone holder, we also have a phone holder and the price is 300 pesos, while the J Cube that Tito James was talking about is priced at 3,000 pesos. Again, Asha Manila on Facebook, Instagram, and Shopee. Last but not least, we go to Sunnyware PH. So Sunnyware PH is actually a local plasticware brand that has been around since 1988. And Tito James, they said they used to go door to door shops day and night just to ask people if please carry our brand.
Oh my
We'd like to
God.
sell some plastic to you.
Really?
Yes, and they really work hard because now, because of that hard work, they now carry hundreds of items under their brand. And one of which is their latest product, which is the Blockmate Organizer, just like the one you see right now, Tito James.
Yeah, that's really cool. Is that for shoes? I
You
would
know
put
what?
my shoes in there. What?
Same. Honestly,
Oh,
I
you know
would
what
put
would nice too?
Yes.
Collectibles.
Yes.
Yeah, yung
Yes.
mga Funko Pops and
Okay, what else?
well, there's cars like
Exactly.
model cars.
Yeah, you have a lot of those.
Yes, exactly. But
Plants?
yeah, why not, right?
It's actually pretty sturdy, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it looks it's an organizer and it looks great, and it can actually because it's symmetrical and stuff. You can also make it a design piece if you know how to put them together and stuff like that. It organizes your wardrobe.
Yes,
That's
and it's
a huge-
perfect for people living in small spaces too.
Yes.
So, Tito James, how about we raffle time?
Woo!
All right, guys, our friends from Sunnyware PH are raffling off 4 pieces of these Blockmate organizers. To how many, Tito James?
Well, why don't we? Let's give 4 people.
All
a
right,
chance to-
4 people.
Because then that way, because Free Plug Friday is an idea to help people pivot
Exactly,
into here. So
exactly.
if we give them one 4-piece thing, then something you can build on that and help the business too.
Exactly.
Right? Rather than giving one guy all the 4 and stuff like that. So
That's
it's
true,
about
that's true.
supporting each other.
All
Then
right.
We'll give you the first one for free
Woo!
and build on that.
All right, guys. So again, we're choosing 4 lucky Titoclockers to win a piece of this Blockmate organizer. What should they comment down below? Tito James?
Just put your hand up.
Put your hand
This
up.
one,
All right. Put your hand up, guys. Good luck again, Sunnyware PH on Facebook, Instagram, Shopee, and Lazada. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize with the lockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Woo, woo, woo. Rocket.
Sally just said that ang kuripot talaga with the ports. She's right. Right. That's really, yeah. I get the same, right? Apple are just really kuripot with the ports, so that's really appreciated. But hey, by the way, we have another raffle here, right, X?
Yes.
Like this is a pahabol raffle, or maybe you can call it just to make up for the car raffle. That's an April Fool's joke. For those who have just joined us, they're like, "What? What do you mean April Fool's joke?" Well, it's April 1, right? So sorry about that. We led with that because that was our little April Fool's thing. But check this out. This is really cool. This is a whole kilo of lechon belly, and this is given to us from our friends from from Fatitude. What a name! What a name, Fatitude. I love it, and the ribs as well. So we're doing one prize winner for this. Yeah, one prize winner for each. So one gets the kilo of lechon belly, and the other one gets the ribs as well. Right. So pretty cool. Definitely worth sticking around for. By the end of the show when we have our raffle draw, huh? And we have Sunnyware doing another. Here we go. Yes. Oh, yes. Here we go. I'm going to read it out. Sunnyware. These are the people who did the little storage boxes, right? The storage boxes that you saw that you can put your either collectibles, your shoes, or stuff like that. You can get using the Shopee promo code SunJames, 8% off, cap at 200, minimum order 500. So go there to the Shopee store, use this promo code, and you can get an 8% discount if you don't happen to win the prize as well, or you just wanted to just get one for yourself as well. So we're giving one box, and yeah, go over there. It'll help them out. Really will. Okay, so that's that, and that's our free plug Friday, and we have also our raffles that we are including with that. Now, I did tell those of you who joined us a little earlier on that we did have a special guest today. As you know, we always make some time on Titoclock, especially when there's new products to speak about. And from what is considered the generic name in lights, if you're thinking anything automotive when it comes to lights, the first thing that comes to mind is Hella. It's like the how Colgate is to toothpaste, this is to automobile lights. They've been in the business for over 100 years, and they have a new product. And they have a new product to offer. I won't take away too much of his thunder because I'll let him do all the explaining. Please welcome from Hella, Jason De Leon. Jason! Okay, try that again, Jason. Well, you got us in the intro. Can you hear us now? Yeah, we can hear you. You just talked during the intro. That's all. We had a little bit of we have graphics now, so we're very proud of our little intro music. So, welcome to the show, Jason. You have a brand new product from a very old company. See how they did there? New product, old company. Anyway, Ella's been in the business for over 100 years doing automotive lights, and now you've got a brand new light that you want to talk about. What you got there? What's on offer?
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me here, James. So, yeah, you're right. Hella, well, for all the benefit of those who are still new to Hella, Hella is an automotive company. A while ago, you mentioned we've been here for a while. So, we've been around for more than 100 years already. So, and you mentioned also, you're right, that we have lights. And apart from lights, we also have horns, wipers, and then other automotive products. So what's new with Hella is, since we're really known for bulbs and lights, so we will be launching the new LED bulbs here in the Philippines. So that's something to look forward to very, very soon. Night driving will be easy and or will be easier with the new Hella LED bulbs.
All right. Let's, for those who are not automotive people or not that into cars like we are, can you explain the simple benefits of LED versus previous technology bulbs?
Well, for one, it's brighter. It's so I think that's the most important thing in driving at night. So it's brighter, therefore it's safer, and whenever you drive at night, with Hella lights, you feel that you're driving at daytime, even if you're driving at night. So that's how bright it is.
That's one. That's also, it's a very good. That's the main selling point. That it's brighter. Also, the color temperature does resemble daylight, and that's easier also on the eyes. Also, that makes it safer. What about for power consumption? LED uses a little bit less than traditional lights, so this is less taxing for your battery and your electrical systems. Okay.
That's right.
Now, as far as you know, I know that you haven't introduced them just yet. They're coming very, very, very soon. Are these plug and play lights as well?
Yes, they are. So it's the same as how you replace your your conventional halogen bulbs. So
Okay.
it's pretty much the same. It's a DIY product that you can do at home.
Which is great because a lot of people, you want to make sure that you have an extra set of bulbs in your car. This is something that we're doing some videos on now, just to remind people that for the cost of entry of a bulb, it really does make sense to keep an extra set in your car. And the fact that these are plug and play, meaning do it yourself, anyone can do it. It's simple. I would suggest that if you do get yourself a new kit, just get an extra one and keep it in the glove box just in case. You might find you blow a bulb in the middle of a dark trail if you're in 4x4, or just at night if you're in your car, and this will save you a lot of headache and hassle as well, and money. You have to find a store in the middle of the night, you might have to pay a lot more anyway. You mentioned Hella's been around for over 100 years globally. What about in the Philippines? How long have you been distributing here or having an office here?
Here in the Philippines, we're also been present for quite a while. Not really 100 years, but maybe around 50 years or so. So our products are available nationwide. They're available at all the leading auto supply and car accessory shops. So yeah, you can grab a Hella at the leading, at their favorite automotive shop.
Okay. So, and we got ours at Gears, right, which is in Banaue. So that's a great spot for if you wanted to look for your Hella products. Is there anywhere else that people can get? Can they get these online?
Yes, we are also available online. Some of our resellers, some of our customers or distributors are selling online as well. So whether you get Hella offline or online, it's readily available. You can get your Hella easily.
Okay. And I guess the last question I wanted to ask, because a lot of sadly we live in a world where people fake stuff, right? How do you ensure, or how the customers ensure they're getting the original Hella product?
Well, if you go to, let's say, a car accessory shop, no, or your auto, let's say your favorite or your Suke auto supply, make sure that you get the original product, the Hella product, no? Because very few, if not none, are selling fake products. But just to be sure, you can go to let's say your trusted online or offline site, no, or offline store, and just make sure that you get that Hella logo.
Okay, and go to a reputable store. Always go to a reputable store, because they have the reputations as well to protect, and they'll make sure that they're only carrying the original Hella items, because you don't want imitations, especially when you're doing something as important as headlights, wipers, horns, etc. There's no point in trying to skimp on those, because the barrier of entry is very low comparison to other products of your cars. Anything else you'd like to add to before we let you go, Jason? Any other final messages for anyone?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I would like to encourage all the viewers, especially the motorists, to drive safe. Make sure that whatever vehicle you drive, whether you're driving a passenger car, motorcycle, commercial vehicle, whatever, just make sure that it's safe. Make sure to check the basics, no, your headlights, your wiper blades, your horns, your brakes, your tires. So encourage everyone to always check your vehicle, drive safe, and stay safe all the time.
That's a great message to leave everybody with. Thank you so much, Jason, for being on the show. Congratulations on your new product, the LED bulbs that are coming out from Hella. These will be at all your stores that you distribute nationwide. You can also get them online as well, and you can start seeing things in a different light, so to speak. So till then, thank you very much, Jason.
Thank you, and God bless.
All right, so that was Jason De Leon from Hella, the country manager here in the Philippines. And one thing I wanted to add as well that we didn't really touch on is, especially for our two-wheeled brothers and sisters who are tuned in right now, you can also get like horns for your motorcycle, which are very popular. And I was able to try out the dual horn. And this was quite cool, because if you are in a motorcycle and you do feel vulnerable because you have a very small footprint on the road, then you are technically more vulnerable on the road than a four-door sedan or a closed sedan. Yes, this certainly does help increase your presence on the road. You want to make sure that you get this, you're loud and clear, right? If you have to tell people where you are, and they're designed for motorcycles, and when they have the double horn over there, they're loud enough so that people really take you seriously on the road. Also, they also do spark plugs, and so spark plugs are pretty cool, especially in your motorcycle. If you're looking to save gas, you might want to get the dual electrode ones, or you want to get the iridium ones, which are long lasting and have better combustion. So that's pretty much it from our friends at Hella. And of course, they've chipped in these 3 different great raffle prizes that are going to be given away. So 3 lucky people are going to be walking away with this driving recorder from Hella, otherwise known as dash cam. Pretty cool because it's a jungle out there, and you want an extra set of eyes on the road every time you're out there. Okay, so with that, thank you very much to Jason, our guest, and it's time for our other favorite segment, the Ask Me Anything, brought to you by Motolife. I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving our new intros and stuff like that. Okay, X, what we got there in terms of who's asking what, basically? Either James, what do you do when you come across lane hoggers in a highway? I hug them back. Hoggers, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this nice and clean and not so nasty, because lane hoggers really annoy me. It's like if you're not going to overtake, move to the slower lane, right? What I normally do is I try to flash them. Usually most people get the picture. You just give them a friendly flash as you're approaching and let them get out of the way. If they don't get out of the way, try not to tailgate. I know that a lot of people do this because they want to intimidate the guy in front. It's not a good idea, because you have no idea of the skill level of the driver in front. And even if you're a skilled driver, if you are too close and just that guy breaks suddenly in front of you because of whatever reason, they're intimidated, they're scared, or they actually have a reason to brake, you could cause a very, very serious accident. So best thing I can do is learn to flash your lights, and that's about the most I think you can do. I mean, if you have the toll number of the toll expressway, some people might go as far as reporting it, but yes, it is a long shot to be able to get the highway patrol to get that guy off or girl off the side of the fast lane. So that's my answer. Flash them and just keep flashing them till they eventually move over. It's not necessarily a good idea for you to be the one to overtake on the wrong side, because that's what they make you do, is they'll end up forcing you to overtake where you're not supposed to overtake, which is on the slower lane. So hopefully they move over. Worst case scenario, I will actually go to the other lane and overtake, and then I'll give them a look. What's your take on the number coding scheme that the MMDA is proposing, Michael Granola? I think it's just dumb. I'm sorry. I really think I get very, very annoyed with this, because, if this is the one you're talking about, they want to reduce by 50%. Can I see again if we're on the same page? They want to do, the first proposal aims to cut down traffic. It'll have banned vehicles having registration with odd last numbers Monday and Thursday. So we're doing double coding. That's the proposal, right? I think it's dumb. I think it's unconstitutional. I think it's very insensitive. I don't think it solves the problem. You're going to create a bigger problem. They didn't learn from the first one. Why did they think doubling down is going to make a bigger difference? Because coding simply doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I'll tell you the reason it doesn't work, just in case you don't see what is already painfully obvious. When you restrict a car 1 day a week, right? When you take a car, one car, right? You're an average family and you have one car. You used to drive that car 7 days a week before, right? Because that is what you bought it for. You take that car away for 1 day a week. What happens is most people buy a second car. Now you have 2 cars occupying 6 days a week. How did that reduce traffic? It didn't. It just added more cars onto the road, because people will find a way to buy their way out of the problem. You're trying to create a buffer that will get eaten into and create a bigger problem later on, right? It does not make sense, all right? It's the opposite of how you don't to control your weight. You don't keep buying a bigger belt. You got to get to the root of the problem. The bigger belt will end up holding your pants up. That's true, but it's not going to solve the problem of your weight. The same goes in reverse for coding. You cannot just keep telling us that you're after what it's going to be 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Eventually, you're just going to drive your car 1 day a week or no days a week. And then what happens? You're still going to fill up that gap that you built up. You're still going to fill it up because there are more and more cars. It is not a sustainable solution to traffic. The sustainable solution to traffic is tried and proven all around the world. This is not rocket science. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is not rocket science. What I mean by that is you can just follow the templates of other countries. A very good mass transportation system. There's no way around that. This is why we end up with silly ideas like this, because they don't want to address the main core problem, right? They're trying to buy the bigger belt again to solve the weight problem. That's not how you do it. Fix the problem at its core and source with mass rapid transportation. Then you create different types of programs, whether it is a decentralization of the main districts or the CBDs in Manila. Create more opportunities in the province or the surrounding areas like Clark, Bulacan, Las Piñas or Laguna, etc. Create the opportunities and spread people out. We have connector roads now. We have the Skyway, which connects north to south without necessarily passing through Metro Manila. Use that. Utilize that. Get people to move out. Don't figure out how to bring them all back into this basin and then later on just say bawal, bawal, bawal. Bawal is not managing a problem. Anyone can say bawal. That is not how you fix a problem. We are paying our taxes for you to manage the problem. Managing the problem requires sustainable solutions, not bawal lang yan. All right? So that's how I feel. Long answer to your short question. And I think I got more riled than the inbox there. Oh, I need to breathe now again. I need to breathe. Sorry, I just get very I can't take it when we're imposed. These things are imposed on us because it's really low hanging fruit and it doesn't solve the problem. How about removing the U-turn slots along EDSA? U-turn slots takes up 2 lanes. I would if they figured out a better way, right? You can't. That's another thing. I agree with you with the flow of traffic that it takes 2 lanes, etc. But removing them without replacing them with something better is not going to solve the problem. You're just going to create a whole new one. People do need to turn around. So what we're doing now, instead of the U-turns, we have to create a right system. So you have to take a right turn, and then cross EDSA on intersections and stuff like that. Do we have enough of those? Are these places cleared of traffic? Do you follow what I'm saying with the right? Because you would have to take a right turn off EDSA and then take another right turn and then another right turn so that you ended up being able to cross. But you could only do that in the intersection. You have to make sure all those roads are cleared out. If you're not going to do that, don't take the U-turns out. Even if the U-turns are congesting a little bit, you cannot go all the way to freaking, SM North or Trinoma just to be able to turn around in case you miss your turn. You can't do that. You have to give people options. They tried this also in Buendia. They closed all the U-turns at one point, and it just got crazy and silly because people still need to go where they need to go. Keeping them on the road longer because you don't want them to U-turn is not solving the problem. It's creating a new one because you're now letting them stay on the road longer than they should. So this is why we have traffic engineers. Again, this is not rocket science. What applies in this country can be cut and paste to this country. You just got to find international standards and follow them. That's it. But we always find our little shortcuts around it. And in the end, when it doesn't work, we, the motorists, get blamed. Always the private motors get blamed. That's how it works, and that's why I get very upset over it. If you could only drive one car for the rest of your life, what would you pick? I've said this many times before. I think I would probably go for right now. I'm just thinking if it's still current, because the last time I said this was a while ago, and I'm wondering if there's new models out there. Probably a Porsche Cayenne, because I just love the whole balance of it, meaning it is fast. It's super fast. So it's as fast as any sports car out there, right? You can use that as I've seen those cars on racetracks. They are really, really fast. So you're going to scratch your itch there, which I love. But for 90% of the time or more that you have to just drive normally and all that, it's practical. It's comfortable. It's durable. I've taken those things off-road too, like really off-road. So it ticks all the boxes for me, and it has a space. So that's probably what I would choose. If you were asking me just dream without thinking about practicality, well, that's a whole different question altogether, right? I can't do that. Or you're gonna have to ask again in our next Ask Me. Brought to you by Motorlight. Pag matagalan. All right, X, what we got? Because we got 1,300 people tuned in right now. And I guess a lot of them are trying to join the car raffle. And some of them don't know it's an April Fool's joke. So I'm here to tell you, don't want to burst your bubble. But yes, if you've just joining the raffle for the car and you didn't check the calendar and realize it's April 1, well, we got you. All right, we got you. It's April Fool's, all right? But for those who just joined us, I've been telling everybody we are raffling away this. It's not a car, but it is for your car. It's a driving video recorder, aka a dash cam. And these dash cams are very, very great to have in your car because they protect you, and especially if you have like an accident, something like that, it clears up all the he said, she said. So with that said, I think we're on to the main portion of the show, which I think everybody else is tuned in for. Sorry, there's no car raffle, but we are going to raffle off this. We're also going to raffle off the lechon belly and the ribs and the Sunnyware. The Sunnyware, which is all the storage devices, the plastic ones. So for that, we need our raffle dog for raffle time. Here we go, around here. There we go. He doesn't want. He's rejecting. Come on, Rocket. Oh, he doesn't want. Oh, God, I'm tired. Oh, look. All right. He didn't like the first one, but he likes these ones. These are the Free Plug Friday ones, right? Yeah. Look, can't help but give him a shout out because look, natural dog chews. These are the anchovy ones. And yeah, Rocket loves them, obviously, because he rejected the other ones. He used to eat the other ones, so he actually used to like those. I guess he just gets fussy in his old age. Here we go, Rocket. All right. Now, you ready to work? You ready to work, Rocket? There's a job to be done, all right? Okay. All you need to do, Rocket, is you need to press the button when we get the thing up here. Ready? Pay attention. Okay. This is for the car. Okay. So sorry about the fake news with the car, but here's Rocket to draw out the lechon belly. This is from our friends from
The Sunnyware.
this is Sunnyware first.
Sunnyware, lechon belly.
Sunnyware and okay, Sunnyware first. These are the storage devices. Press that button, Rocket. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, now it says Josh. Congratulations, man. Wow, that's a milestone belly. Oh my God, I'm nice. This person's gonna have a lot of friends with it. Ay. Yeah, Rocket, you haven't put some down there. We're throwing out so many, you should get set for each one. That's in each contract. Right? Yeah, it's each contract. You said every time you get, there's a draw. So even if you just press the button once, you still get 7. That's the rule, right? Okay, so that is the, wow, 1,400 people. How many of the 1,400 came for the car? Rocket, yeah, I know. It's still a fresh wound for a lot of people. Sorry about that. April Fools. Here we go, Rocket. One more. This one is for the dash cams now. So, okay, before beacon, before I feed you and before beacon, all right? Here's the rule. Here's what I wanted to say, Rocket. Okay, we are having a seminar, or I will be hosting a seminar this April 5, right? April 5. And this seminar is really cool because it has some great speakers. It's called TikToks. And one of the, like several great speakers, one of them I know is Luis Buenaventura, who is a foremost expert in crypto here. And he does a great job sort of demystifying the whole crypto process. He also does classes in Tagalog, which is really cool. So this is the TikToks. It's brought to you by USAID and DICT, and also who else is brought to you by? I know DICT and USAID are also sponsors of this. So if you want to learn a little bit more about a lot of things, including cryptocurrency, join these TikToks because it's all centered around technology. This is why the DICT do also sponsor it. Are you ready, Rocket? So that's Beacon. That is the event on April 5. It's online, and you can register there. X is putting down just take a screenshot if you're not the type that wants to write it down. Take a screenshot of that bit.ly TikToks PH, and you can join like that. It's free of charge. All right, you ready, Rocket? He's sleeping, but sorry, Rocket. You gotta get up. Time to work again. All right, ready? Here's your treat. There's your treat. Give me your ball. Oh. It's like, Mom, I want to draw already. These are for the dash cams. For my phone. Ready? Good Pascual. Ah, yes. Of course. You're off the hook, Rocket. You chose well. Good boy. All right. If you did win the raffle, one of them, any of them, the Trombelli, any of them, even the dash cams, everything except the car, which was fake news. Sorry, April Fools. I know there's somebody new going, what the? I can't believe I fell for that. Well, you did. So sorry about that. But yes, if you did win, send a screenshot to Rocket Launcher on Instagram. It's the fastest, easiest way. And this way, all of your messages don't get mixed up with everyone else's or stuff like that. It's exclusively for the raffles, and Rocket checks his messages every single day. He's pretty good about that. So check it out. All right, that brings us right to the end of the program. Thank you very much for joining us today. Really, really love having you on board. We'll do this all again next week with new and exciting prizes. And this time, there won't be any fake news about the raffles at all. So thank you for joining us, guys. And till next time, be safe and be kind.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.